Hi everyone. In this video, we'll solve this problem which is longest substring without repeating characters. Given a string S, find the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. And a substring is a contiguous non-empty sequence of characters within a string. Let's see the first example. The input is given as this string and the output is 3. Because the longest substring without repeating character is A, B and C and the length of this substring is 3. So the answer is 3. In the second input, we have the string of all the B's. So we only have one unique character, which is the B. So the output is 1. In the third example, we have this string. The unique character is KEW, WKE. So the answer is 3. Now we have one thing written here. Notice that the answer must be a substring and PWKE is a subsequence, not a substring. So all the unique characters of this string are PWKE. But this is a substring, not a this is a subsequence, not a substring. I'll make a video on the difference between the substring, subsequence and a subarray. So you can get that concept clear from that video. Constraints are the length of S will be from 0 to 5 into 10 raised to power 4. And S will consist of English letters, digits, symbols and spaces. Let's see the explanation part. We are given this array. We need to find the longest substring without repeating characters. So if we want to find the characters which are repeating, we need to store it somewhere. To store the frequency of the characters in an array so that we'll be able to find how many duplicate characters are there so that we can avoid them in the substring. We'll take a frequency array of size 256 because total there are 256 ASCII characters. And in the constraint it is given that it will consist of English letters, digits, symbols and spaces. So we'll have the length of the frequency array as 256. We'll initialize it as 0 because we are storing the frequency of all the characters of the input string. We'll take 2 pointers, right and left pointer. So this question is going to be solved using 2 pointers approach. Both right and left pointer will point to 0. We have two variables, max length and answer. Answer will store the current value of the length which we have for the substring that we are calculating. And max length will help us to calculate the maximum length by comparing the answer variable and the max length itself. You will get it clear when I explain the code part. So let's start traversing the string. INZ, not INJ, right and left pointer. You can name it ING also. So right and left pointer are at the 0th index. So we'll traverse the right pointer to the first character, which is A. So we'll increase the frequency of A to 1. Now to calculate the length of the substring, we can find it using right minus left pointer plus 1. Now why plus 1? Because we are starting the index as 0. So the right pointer is at 0. Left pointer is also at 0 and plus 1. So the answer will be 1. We'll store 1 in the answer variable. Next, we'll move our right pointer to B, which is the first index. So we'll store the count of B in the first index. Because we are subtracting the characters from 97 to store the ASCII value. So A's value is 97. 97 minus 97 is 0. So we'll store A in the 0th index. When we encounter B, B's ASCII value is 98. So 98 minus 97 is 1. So we'll store B in the first index. Then we move the right pointer to C. So C is 99. So 99 minus 97 is 2. We'll store C at the position 2. We'll move the right pointer to the third index, which is A. Now comes the interesting part. We'll increase the frequency of A to 2. But we don't want any repeating characters. So we'll add a check in our code that while S of frequency of right is greater than 1, then what we'll do, we'll remove the characters from left. S of frequency of left minus minus and left plus plus. I'll explain you. So we have the right pointer at here. We have the right pointer here. We have the left pointer at 0. We have this duplicate. So we'll remove the character A from the start. We'll reduce the frequency. We'll move the left pointer forward. Left pointer was at 0. So we'll move the left pointer here. And we'll find the length. Right pointer, sorry. Right pointer will be at B. So we'll store 2 here. Then again we'll subtract it. So likewise, when we run the loop till the size or the length of the array, we'll be able to find the max length. Let's jump to the code part. You will be able to understand better. We have 2 pointers, left pointer and right pointer. We have 2 variables, answer variable and max length. We are creating an array frequency of size 256. We have initialized it as 0. Now while right pointer is less than s dot length. So while the right pointer has not reached the end of the array, we increase the frequency of that character in a frequency array. And while frequency of string of right is greater than 1, I've written that here, we'll reduce the frequency from the array. We'll increase the pointer, the left pointer. Then after this loop is completed, we'll find the answer. Answer is equal to max of answer comma right minus left plus 1. And then we'll increase the right pointer. Finally, we'll return the answer. So I'll show you again. While right is less than s dot length. While right pointer reaches the end of the array, we'll store the frequency of the pointer in the character location. Now, while frequency of right is greater than 1, suppose it was 2, then we'll reduce the frequency of the left pointer and move the left pointer forward. We'll reduce it to 1, we'll move the left pointer forward. L will be here till the frequency is 1. When the frequency is equal to 1, this was the case when the frequency is greater than. When the frequency is equal to 1, then we'll find the max length and store it in the answer. It will be right minus left plus 1 that we did here. Then we'll increase the right pointer. Right pointer will reach till the end of the array. And then we'll return the answer. The time complexity of this code will be O of n because we are traversing the whole array. N is the size or the length of the string. This is the time complexity. The space complexity will also be O of n because we are storing the characters in a array. It will be O of 256, which you can write as O of n. So let's try to submit this code. I've submitted the same code here. It has accepted all the test cases. Yeah, thank you.